Hi, hello, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Coming up, I head off on my first solo cruise and almost leave something behind on the bank. I do my first 2 locks as a solo boater and cheat my way through both of them. And I make a real hash of turning a corner onto a new stretcher canal. In the last video I explained why I needed to move my narrowboat from the Whilton to the Cropredy Marina. Now these 2 marinas are only 14 miles apart as the crow flies, yet by narrowboat it's 30 miles and 30 locks, and I had allowed myself 3 days to do this trip. On the first day I was doing 7 locks, a tunnel and 6 locks. The second day was another 9 locks, and on the third day I planned to wrap it up by going through the Compton tunnel and the last 8 locks into the marina. The reason I was having to do this mad dash in my narrowboat is because there were closures coming up at the Braunston and also the Napton locks, and after Christmas, closure of the locks near Whilton. On my first day I managed to move from the Whilton Marina through the 7 locks, the tunnel, and I just fell short of my goal of Braunston by completing 4 of the 6 locks. I did about 6 miles, 1 tunnel and 11 locks on my first day, so I was quite pleased with that. This is Braunston lock number 3, and last night it caused us all kinds of problems. It took us over half an hour to fill it. The bottom gate was leaking so much that we just couldn't get the water into it. Look what I found just where I left a park last night, which is good news. So today is day 2 of moving the boat from where I bought it over to its marina near Banbury. Today I haven't got a lockmate with me, so it's going to be very difficult because I'm going to have to single hand things. Hopefully things go well. I've only got a couple of locks to do. Oh. Almost left one of those pins behind. Not a good start. So here we are off on day 2 of moving the boat. We've just left lock 3 at Braunston. I started yesterday with the boat at the Whilton Marina. We completed 11 locks yesterday and didn't quite make the last 2 down into Braunston, so that's my aim this morning, is to get down through those locks and on my way to where I'll be mooring. Started cruising this morning at about 9:40, a little later than I originally wanted, but I had things to do. So day 2 of taking the boat down to its new home. Okay, my first lock, single-handing it. Luckily there were some people coming up, and so I haven't had to open the gates or set the lock. It set it in my favour, so that is good news indeed. So here we go. First lock single-handing. What could possibly go wrong? So, another bit of luck. 4 kids appeared who are coming up on a narrowboat with, I assume, their parents, and they are kindly doing the lock for me. So, didn't have to set the gates, didn't have to do any of the paddles or anything. Fantastic. Makes life a lot easier for me.
Well curved with the silt at the back. Oh, we've got a parent joining them with coffee. Well done guys, big round of applause, thank you very much. Excellent work. You've got the job. See you later, have a great day. Like your hat.
Thank you. Respect.
Easy step off. Cheers, thanks guys. Fantastic. Cheers, thanks for your help.
Okay, with number 2. Swung in, strap down shut. Always good.
Two locks completed, and both of them were really cheats. On the first lock I had the help of some kids who are out on a narrowboating holiday with their parents, so I did very little, and on the second lock there was a lock keeper on and he was being helped by another boater. So I sailed through the first two locks, no problems at all, and headed down into Braunston. This was my first visit to Braunston, and I was absolutely blown away by all the narrowboats that were around. There were so many different types and styles and looks. There were private boats, hire boats, traditional boats, historical boats, you name it, they all seemed to be in Braunston. There were boat yards, there were people moving about. Two boats passed me as a pair, one turned the other, and as asked in the lock, I passed on a message to them.
I was going to let this boat come past us, you might as well go in with this one.
Okay.
Braunston really was canal boat central. I was totally amazed by it. An incredible place, so many boats. And what felt like so little room to pass boats coming the other way.
Well, that's me through the two locks that I was really worried about doing today on my own, and as it turned out I had helpers on both of them. I did very little in fact, and it was very easy to get through, which is good news. Now I've just got to work out where it is along here. I need to turn left. Wow, at Braunston it really is canal central. So much history around here, so many things to see, so many narrowboats. It's absolutely incredible. Stunning bridge coming up on my left here, which is the entrance to a marina. I have to look up the history of that one. Absolutely amazing bridge, truly incredible. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, I wonder how they came up with the name for that pub. Ah, this looks promising. We've got a large bridge structure coming up ahead. This could be the turning. This is it, this is the turning, heading south now towards Oxford and Banbury. Nope. Yes, made a hash of that, getting around that corner. But I'm now heading south down to Oxford and Banbury and to my mooring. Now, if you're wondering about the life jacket, it's because I'm new to all of this, and my worry is when I'm boating alone, if I do have an accident and fall into a lock, nobody around, who's going to find me? With a life jacket on, at least afloat. So that is why I'm wearing a life jacket, and a lot of people you see on the canals are not. I do like the rhythm of the engine. Love these little places along the canal side with the sheds and permanent moorings. Absolutely beautiful. Fantastic locations. Oh, look at that little one. Stunning. Love the garden. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm looking for my next junction, which is the junction that takes me onto the Oxford Canal. Just gone through Bridge 108, so the junction should be coming up soon. This has been a really interesting canal to travel down because it's a contour canal, so there's no locks, but it does mean it's very windy. There's been some turns that have almost been like 90 degrees. Quite tricky to do. And invariably you end up meeting a boat one of those turns, or somebody's moored nearby, making it difficult to get around. And I don't see if you can see that up front, but I am slowly gaining on people. Slowly gaining on another boat. Well, in fact, we've got a convoy going on. We've got 3 of us now. The boat in front of me, their tick over speed seems to be slower than mine. I'll put it in neutral, I think. Okay, the junction should be coming up soon of the Grand Union and Oxford Canals. Wow, an interesting boat coming up here on our right. There's a sort of floating shed. Looks like junction coming up. But the junction eye effectively carries straight on, and the Grand Union Canal goes off to our right. So there isn't really a left turn as such. My guess is the boat in front is going to be doing the right hand turn. They've taken a very wide course to the left. They're all pointing up there. The boat in front should have gone up there as well. And I'm now on the Oxford Canal. Interestingly, the character of the canal has already changed. It seems to be a lot narrower than the Grand Union and a little more overgrown. And again, I'm gaining on the boat in front. It's a different boat, the other one went up the Grand Union, but I am gaining again. Okay, I've decided to moor up because the boat in front is going so slow.
So that's the end of cruising for day 2. I've covered some distance. I've gone from lock number 3 on the Braunston flight. I'm now at the start of the Napton flight. I'm just past bridge 112. So I'm going to moor up here for the night and then resume my journey to the marina in the morning. Now, if you found any of this interesting, please like and subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, please check out the newsletter. The QR code for it is on the screen now. And also, you might want to watch some of my other videos. Again, you can see the links on the screen and also in the description below. Bye for now.